and welcome back to the Hour Markers. Always a pleasure to have you.
My pleasure being here in Mumbai.
Today you are breaking the internet. We've had the legacy machines, the LMs, we've had the horological machines, the HMs, and today, 20 years later, 22nd caliber by MB&F, the SP1.
You've been counting, 22nd caliber indeed. And you're right, it's not a horological machine and it's not a legacy machine. It's something we've been kind of saving for the right moment, and we felt that the 20th anniversary of the brand was the right moment. It's a special project, SP,
okay.
SP1, and in the future you might see an SP2 and an SP3 every so often. These are special projects that don't fall into one of the two categories.
So it's not going to be a separate family of MB&F?
You could call it a separate family, a separate category of projects that don't quite fit in, and we love that at MB&F.
Amazing, yes. So we have two of the watches here with us, the Platinum Edition and the rose gold version. 38 millimeters. The watches seem extremely slim and sleek and wearable, and at first glance, I mean, I'm looking at these for the first time, they seem like baby versions of the Flying T.
Kind of, you're right. and yes, this was unexpected, hence the special project. The idea behind SP1 is, what would MB&F do if we did an elegant, time-only 38 millimeter watch? Not what you would expect from MB&F, because the HMs are definitely not about that, and even the legacy machines are often quite complex.
Right.
So here the idea was to really focus on three essential elements: the flying balance wheel, which has become a signature of MB&F, the barrel, which provides the energy to any mechanical watch, and of course the time, which is on this tilted dial, typical of MB&F
Which
as
is,
well.
yeah, kind of a statement at MB&F as well.
Correct.
But what's interesting is the back of the watch as well. So everything is very visible. It's a simple time-only watch, but it seems like a way more complicated.
It is, and it is a time-only watch, which you could say is simple, but the movement architecture is very unconventional. The movement is basically hidden behind those three elements we were talking about before. So when you look at the watch from the front, you just see those three circles, or those three elements. You need to flip it over to discover the details of the movement, and that is very unconventional.
Beautiful pieces. So two editions, one in platinum, one in rose gold. Can we expect special prices for these, Charris?
So we remain in an MB&F timepiece, meaning very limited quantities, even though they're not limited editions per se. The production will be a few dozen movements per year, if we're lucky. Hand finishing, of course, the quality of finishing is there. So we're talking in Swiss francs before taxes, 58,000 for the rose gold.
So we're still talking MB&F prices, basically.
Yes, we are, yes.
Okay, but why? Why the addition of the SP1?
We felt, for a while, as I said, we didn't know quite how to position this, whether it was an HM or an LM. And that's why we kind of held back on releasing it. But then approaching our 20th anniversary a few years ago, we said, wait a second, MB&F is about precisely not having any limits and doing really what we want creatively. So we said, let's just call this new category special projects, and anything can fall in there. And I can tell you, we have a few things on the back burner which will nicely fall into these special projects.
Well, it's a beautiful watch, looks fantastic on my wrist. I love the size, I love how light it is, and I love how it feels. So
thank you.
We're looking forward to the other projects, but congratulations on the SP1.
Thank you very, very much, Kirsten.
Thank you, Charris.